Yo, welcome back to my channel. There's DaLastSnow, and you will call me Snow for short. And we are here with another deck profile. Yes, and we're doing it of my favorite leader. If you guys know who I am and who I love to play, it is Bardock himself. We're definitely entering set 8 in a couple of days. So this is my release set 8 deck profile. I'm definitely liking the deck list. I've been testing out a lot with a lot of different players, a lot of different matchups. So I definitely feel comfortable with this deck profile that I'm about to show you guys. If you guys want to test it out, or maybe feel like it's something got to be different or changed into the deck profile, you could comment down below. But I right now this is what I'm going with set 8 going into it. On the client and when I go to locals until some changes and everything else. So I'm definitely kind of excited about it, but we're gonna get to it. But before we even get to it, if you guys are new to my channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe to my channel on YouTube and on Twitch. I definitely be on. Make sure your notification is on, because when I go live stream, you definitely want to tune in on that. So we definitely gonna go on, but just letting you guys know that this deck profile is a little bit different than the other ones that I've done. The reason why, because this deck profile is going to be broken into pieces. So like that, you guys can see why is the reason that I'm playing certain cards, certain ratios of the cards, and everything else. So it's not just me just dropping cards. Oh, I play 4 I play 4 I play 4 I'm going to break down play by play on why do I play the cards that I play. So hopefully you guys are ready to lock in with me. Team Bardock, you already know, set 8 around the corner, the jungle meta, and let's get to it. So starting off with the leader. Leaders Bardock, 15k swing on the front side. When attacking, draw one card. When your life is at 4 or less, draw one card, then flip this card over. And then on the awakened side, he's a 20k swing. When attacking, draw one card. Then this card gets 5,000 power for the battle. So every time he swings, he bumps up to 25, which you don't get a lot of the leaders that does that. And 25 right now is a standard swing towards swing, or even towards the leader, your opponent's leader, or battle card on the board. So definitely like that. It bumps itself up to 25, which is amazing. Then activate battle. Your turn, once per turn. Look at the top card of your deck and use up to one battle card with Bardock's crew and his special traits in the combo, and place the rest at the bottom or at the top of your owner's deck, not your opponent, your owner's deck. So you get to scribe the top card, see if you want to combo with it, if it's Bardock's crew or not, or even if it's Bardock's crew and you don't want to combo with it because maybe you really need that card to come into play on your hand and everything else. But at least you get to see what is the next card that's coming into your deck. So that's definitely amazing about this guy, scribing every turn the top card of your deck, right? And you already know it's a 25k swing, which is amazing, right? I'm gonna put the leader right here. We're gonna start off with the extra. Is the only extra I actually play into the deck, and is the key card into the deck that I love to play. I am playing 4 of the new Legends card. I maxed it out finally. I had 1 Japanese one and 3 English, but I definitely got it down pat. It's a 4 cost activate main. If your leader has Bardock's crew and his special traits, play up to 1 Bardock with a cost of 5 from your hand. Going into set 8, we only had 2 before set 8. Now we have 3 5 cost bodies that you can actually summon off of this, which is amazing. And then you have a key card that actually free summons this card, so you can special summon that 5 cost, which is amazing. And I'm definitely going to show you guys the key pieces to that, right? So we're definitely going to play 4 of these. A lot of people play 3 or maybe 2. I feel like if you want to go aggro, this is the card that you want to go with, right? So let's start with the 1 cost. We're playing 4 of the Fashas. Definitely like the Fashas. Every deck should have cantrips into the deck. I play Fasha. Fasha is the best cantrip when it comes to Bardock because it's under the Saiyan / Bardock's crew traits. So you can grab the top card of your deck, Bardock. With the Bardock effect, you can actually combo this off the top of your deck, so you don't have to burn cards out your hand. So it's definitely good, and it's a cantrip. So just in case for anybody that don't know the terminology of cantrip, cantrips are the 1 cost 5k attack that actually on play you get to draw a card. So those are definitely cantrips. All right. Next up, we're playing 4 of the Chi-Chis. I'm gonna try to order my last 3. As you can see, I'm trying to max out this deck. Like I said, Bardock is my #1 leader, and I feel like in this meta that we're going into, Bardock definitely has a chance to be top. It's just a matter of what your matchups is, and you playing the game that how you supposed to play. Um, uh, every black deck plays Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is a staple to every back, probably like 1 to 2 black decks, but it's a staple for every deck. It's a Self Awakener, which is add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, and on auto, when this card is used in a combo from the battle area, use up to 1 battle card in your in a combo from your drop. Right. So if this stays on the board, on your front side, it's gonna stay on the board because you're gonna combo with it. But if it stays on your board on your opponent's turn, this is actually an extra super combo. So like that, if you got another 10k in your discard pile, you could just bring it back and this with this, and it's a 40k, 20k combo boost. So that's definitely amazing. And it's a 1 cost, which is easy. Against some matchups, they'll try to bottom deck this or bounce it to your hand or neg it down to 0. So you gotta avoid that too. Or they could just pop it off the board because it's a 1 cost. Because in this game, there's a lot of 1 cost the destruction. So you definitely want to really be smart about how you want to play this Chi-Chi. And this is one of my Self Awakeners. So I'm not even gonna lie, it might be it most likely is the only non-Bardock crew card in the deck, but we're gonna just continue with it, right? But I'm definitely gonna try to max that out as well. Next up, I feel like this is the best card in the deck. Hopefully there's an alternate art to this card. I am playing 4 of the Bardock 2-drop, 15k swing, 10k combo. Activate main, tap 2 energies, place this card in the battle area into your owner's drop. If your leader is Bardock, draw 2 cards. Then during this turn, the next time you use this card, the next time you use a card with the cost of 4 or less and Bardock's crew and the special traits, you don't have to pay the cost. This is where this card comes in and play. Definitely an amazing card. Activate this. Tap 2. Next turn, you swing with your lead. Swing with this because you want to get your swings in. Swing with this. Tap 2 energies. Free play this if you got it in your hand, and then you get to free summon a 5 cost off your hand. 5 costs or less. So you got plenty of options in this deck when it comes down to this. But I'm going to show you another option that just in case if you don't end up getting this off of this, you have other options. So it'll blend in. It'll fill in the brick situation. Because right now in set 7, we had a lot of brick situation that you want to use this effect. And then you don't end up drawing this. And you're trying to draw this, but now you're done because now you end up not getting the pieces that you need. But I'm going to show you something about this deck that actually going to help out the filler, the brick situation, which is going to be amazing. So just stay tuned. So we definitely play 4 of those. Next up, we're playing 4 of the Bardock promos that came out in set 3. I got this maxed out as well. It's a 2-drop, 15k swing, 10k combo, permanent. While this card in the battle area, while this card is in battle and you have a card in the combo area, this card gets 5k combo boost. Basically, if you combo 5, it goes up to 25. If you combo a 10, it goes up to a 30k swing 2-drop, right? And it's permanent, so you could definitely do it on both your turn and your opponent's turn, which is kind of good. On play, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Another Self Awakener, just like Chi-Chi, so that's actually 4, which is kind of amazing. You don't want to rely on your opponent every single time to awaken you, because sometimes they will try to starve you to death, and that's one thing you don't want to deal with. To rely on anything when it comes to your opponent, you want to be as aggressive as possible, so like that you could go for game and your opponent starts going on the defensive instead of the offensive. So that's definitely kind of good. The next card, I was definitely iffy about it. A lot of people's gonna be like, "Yo, you crazy for this?" But there's a reason why I'm running the way I'm running my deck. I'm playing 4 of the Toras. Yes, I know this card may be trash because it only takes a life while you swing and everything else. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do into applying pressure to your opponent. Late game, I actually won 2 games with this card. I swung at my opponent. My opponent only saw me with 2 energies up and didn't realize that I could actually still swing for game. And they thought they comboed out or they took the last hit. And next thing you know, I go 20k swing, take the card from the top of my deck. I mean, from my life, and then look at the top of card of my deck, either discard it or leave it on top, because that's his effect every time he swings. And if he does survive and I don't have another Self Awakener on hand, this actually continue swinging, and I'm gonna end up taking life after life after life. So like that, I'll be in a position to awaken and apply pressure, because the minute he is awakened, the game really is gonna about to turn up on my end. So yeah, I played 4 of these, and it's Bardock's crew, so it's definitely good to have, not missing on the effect of the leader. So that's my key to making this deck the way it is. So I call this deck consistent aggression. So that's what this deck is all about. Let's go to the 3 costs. One of the best 3 costs in the game. Bardock Dual Striker on auto. Once per turn, when you use a card in the combo while this card is in battle, draw 1 card and this card gets a restand. So on your offensive side, you get to swing 3 cost, combo, gets a restand, draw 1 card. You want to swing again, maybe you don't, but at least you got 1 swing in and try to apply pressure to your opponent, either the board or life. And then if you got it rested on your opponent's turn, they try to swing at it, you can actually combo, restand, and draw a card. But just make sure if you want to keep it on board, you got to combo out of the swing that they just swung at. And, you get to draw a card and restand. Now you got a safe body on the board to actually deal with, right? So this is one option, just in case if you don't end up with new legend on hand with the 2-drop Bardock, and then you draw the 2 cards and then you don't get new legend. This is one of the options into your hand, right? To actually free play. Next up, I'm actually playing 3 of these. Like I said, I'm really running a lot of the Bardock's crew because I really want to be hyper aggressive with the leader effect and try to apply pressure on the board easily, right? So this is another, and there's a reason why I play these starter deck pieces, right? So this card is definitely the same thing as the other 3 costs. Instead of restanding, there's actually free plays, body on board, 2 costs or less from my hand, right? And it activates on both your turn and your opponent's turn. So if this actually stays on board and it's rested and somebody try to swing at it, just combo out and then you get to free play Tora, the 1-cost Fascia, or the 2-drop, any of the 2 drops that you have, right? So that's definitely good. You got plenty of options to actually deal with, and then you start swarming the board with more and more bodies to swing for next turn. So there's a reason why I actually play this, because this 3 cost right here, is gonna make a whole lot of difference when it comes to the new pieces into the deck that we have. Consistency is key. So this next card that I have right now is the card that I said is gonna be a filler into the deck itself, because just in case if you try to do the 2-drop Bardock and then activate the effect and then you don't get to draw the new legend, but you can get to summon a body from 4 or less. I'm going with 4 of the grade 8 vanillas, grade 8 Bardock vanillas. Vanillas are basically bodies that don't have any, text that they do effects or anything else, right? Reason why I play this, I'd rather play this. If it's early game, I'd rather play this than the 3 cost, because when it comes to like blue has early game bounce back for 3 costs or less, and then it's a 20k swing. So for red, they could probably neg it down to 0, and then you lost your chance to actually keep a body on board. With this, is going to be hard because of 4 cost and it's a 30k. It's going to be hard early game to neg this 30 down to 0. Definitely going to be hard. And then it's a 4 cost, so it's going to be hard as well to actually bounce this back to your hand or bottom deck it. Depending on most of the matches that you go against, you just basically gonna summon this, leave it on board, and then you're gonna get ready for the next step, next turn, and then try to apply as much pressure as you can. Because having a body just sitting there that's a 30k swing, the minute your opponent tries to swing with a body on board that's less than 30, you're just gonna continue applying pressure. apply 30, then swing with lead on that on that body, and then probably whatever your other body is gonna summon with is gonna be applying pressure as well. So this is the filler that I was talking about when it comes to the not answering to new legend. This is your key goal to summon on board and leave it on board until you're ready to apply pressure to your opponent. Right? Now let's talk about our 5 costs. Our 5 costs, we are starting off with the early key piece is the 5 cost Bardock, the crit version. It's a 30k swing, 5 cost, 5k combo. It's a crit. And at your auto, your turn, once per turn, if your leader is Bardock, when this card is using a combo, use in a combo while this card is in battle, choose up to one battle card with the cost of 4 or less in your opponent's battle area and KO it. So this is your go-to when it comes to activating the effect of the 2-drop Bardock, right? And you got the new legend. Make sure that your hand has these pieces already on hand, because the minute you start swinging with this combo early game, everything's gonna be 4 or less. The first 3 to 4 turns gonna be 4 or less. So you're gonna swing crit. You can't bounce the card from their life to their hand. It has to go straight to the discard pile. And then it's gonna be even worse when it's a 30k swing. You're gonna basically combo so you can pop a 4 or less off the board. So like that, you can apply pressure to your opponent, because it's either gonna take the hit, and if they do take the hit, they lose the body on board and they're gonna lose the card from life. So they're getting closer and closer to awaken, yes, but their hand size not gonna be as much of a problem, because every card that this hits from life is going straight to the discard pile, which is amazing. And if it sticks on board, you already know next turn you'll probably summon another one or something different, which is going to be amazing. So we definitely going to talk about the next card, which comes out in set 8, and he is the reason why I play the Bardocks that I play into the deck. I am playing 4 of the new Bardock. Support card is a 5 cost, 35k swing, 5k combo, permanent. If you have a card with the cost of 3 or more and Goku lineage, all Bardock's crew in a special traits in the battle area reduce the cost of this card by 2. So like I said, the Great Ape, if the Great Ape stays on board, the 3-drop Bardock that's a dual striker stays on board, or you have the other 3 costs, just in case if you didn't draw into the Great Ape or the 3 cost Bardock, this gonna come in handy, because then next turn you're gonna be at 3 energies. Granted, now you got a big body on board, then you got this body on board. 35k swing is not gonna be easy to remove off the board, so that's gonna be amazing. And now on the attacking side, right? When attacking, draw 2 cards and place 1 card from your hand to the top of your owner's deck. Then your leader with 20,000 power or less gets 5,000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn, which is amazing about this, because if it's early, you already know you're not awakened. You're going to swing 35 to whatever you want to. Either it's going to be 35 to the board or 35 to your lead, to your opponent's lead. This gets bumped into 20k, not even awakened, and it stays at 20k until your opponent's turn. So now if they really want to try to apply pressure to your life, they're gonna have to swing at 20, because their leader is not awakened, that's for sure. So 20, they're gonna have to combo to 20, and if I want to take the hit, I'll take the hit. So then I'm swinging for 20 on my turn. So if they want to combo out while their leader is at 15, they're gonna have to give me a 10k, which that's the key. Let them burn those 10ks early in the game. Now let's just say if this actually stays on board, right? Let's just say if you do the 2-drop Bardock into the new legend, if you want, you could just activate him, swing, and then apply pressure, or don't even swing and just call it a day. But I'd rather just swing, because then next turn they're gonna have to dump a lot just to get to 35, and I'm gonna have the combo power for it. And I already drew 2 cards, so it's kind of amazing. So I'm drawing, right? So, and then let's just say if he stays on board, the next turn I just summon another one. So now this is the good part about this effect, that if he's not awakened, his base goes into 20 off of 1. Then swing again. If the base is at 20, he goes up to +5. So now on my turn, he's a 25k lead, not even awakened. So now he can actually swing at something on the board, or he can swing at lead. So now your opponent is going to be like, oh man, now I have a problem. How am I going to combo out of all these swings? Now you start applying pressure, applying pressure, applying pressure. And then on their turn, he's at 20, not 25. Has to stay at 20 on base. So that's the effect of this. It will stay at 20 on base, which is kind of amazing. But if it's on the awakened side, he swings for 30 because his base is at 20, so he gets +5, only +5. But then he swings and he gets his own +5. So now instead of being a 25 because of this, he's getting +5 on his own, and he's gonna be a 30k swing, but 25k body, 25k leader on your opponent's turn, right? So that's the key, to apply as much pressure as you can, to have a hand size to be healthy. So like that, if they try to swing over these, you could just try to combo out and then apply pressure to your opponent, right? So that's the key piece to this deck. This being dropped on turn 3 is amazing, but all the other pieces has to be on place. That's how I play the Great Ape. Great Ape is not going to be easy to bounce back or neg down to 0. And then next turn, if you have this on hand, now you got a 30k vanilla. Then you got this, and then you got the leader, not awakened, swinging for 20. So you can't go wrong with these swings, right? Next up, I was playing this at 2. I had to bump it up to 3 because there's gonna be points that you want to get on removal mode, on bodies on the board, and then it's everybody was like, oh, why are you playing so many of these? I think 2 should be enough. I'm playing 3 of the Bardocks, double strikes. Yes, double strikes. Why I'm playing so many double strikes? Not because he can actually takes 2 life, but because if 1 sticks, I already know I'm ripping 1 body off the board. But imagine 2 sticks, then it's gonna be a problem. Or let's put it like this. So let's go, if I have one of these on board, right? And I have this on board. If I swing, combo at least 2 cards with this, because his effect only activates if you combo with this card. His effect, this one activates if anything on the board, even the leader, combos 2 cards on top of it. This activates. So I will actually combo with this 2 cards. That means I will actually pop a 4 cost or less off the board. And since I combo 2 cards off the board, then this gonna pop a body of any size off the board as well. So 4 or less, anybody. 4 or less or anybody, which is amazing. And it's a crit. So let's just say I swing crit. It's definitely going to be amazing because they're going to have to try to combo out of it. Because the combo to this is going to be probably 45 to a 50k swing crit. Or I'm going 45 to a 50k swing on a body on board. And then everything else, the other 2 bodies on board is probably going to get destroyed, right? Popped off the board. And then if these 2 bodies lock in, then let's just say next turn I summon this. Even crazier. Now I'm popping each turn 3 bodies on board if they don't get to remove it, which is definitely amazing. Or even let's just say my new body on the board, because now I swing, give this a boost, but I get to rearrange the top of my deck. So instead of burning 2 cards on my hand, I'm gonna swing with crit. I already know what I put at the top of the deck. I'm gonna scribe, because if I'm awakened, I'm gonna scribe the top card of my deck. So now I got 1 card, so you already know it's going to pop a body 4 or less off the board. And then just combo 1 extra card out of my hand. And then that's 2. So the effect of this Bardock is going to actually pop another body on board, which is going to be amazing. Or, easy out, you got Chi-Chi. Activate Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi off the board. It already comboing from the discard pile, so you don't have to worry about comboing anything out your hand. So that's kind of amazing as well. So you can actually have 2 combo cards on this. That means it's popping on 4 or less, and then anybody on the board, and this is gonna be like a 45 to a 50k swing. So they're gonna capitalize on that, and then you have the 35k swing as well. So you're gonna apply as much pressure as you can to your opponent, which is gonna be amazing, right? Last but not least, I'm playing the new super combo, which is the Bardocks super combos, which is amazing. Why is it amazing? Because the leader effect scribes the top card of my deck. Anything that's Bardock's crew, I can actually combo off the top of my deck. This falls in that category. It's Saiyan / Bardock's crew / Goku lineage, which is amazing. It's definitely amazing. So just in case if you're trying to go for game, the consistency is there, and you're like, damn, I need an extra 10k. There you go. You get the super combo, and you know you guarantee you can actually go for game. You don't have to burn that extra card out your hand. You just combo off of this, and then you got a 10k, which is gonna be amazing. So I'm playing a 50 card deck. The only card that I have that is not Bardock's crew is gonna be the Chi-Chi's. Chi-Chi's always gonna be there because it's a perfect staple. You combo off of your discard pile. It's a self awakener, and it's a one cost, so it's definitely amazing. I play enough self awakeners. My fillers that from set 7, Bardock had a little brick here and there. I definitely fixed it by adding Bardock's crew back into the system. Bardock running on the aggressive mode is definitely good. A lot of people ask me why I don't play the SS4 Goku. I don't play the SS4 Goku anymore because I got this. This new card coming into the deck is just so amazing because he's a 5 cost. It's not going to be easy to remove like the 4 cost is. That's 1. 2, this has 5k combo. The SS4 Goku don't have no combo at all. This is a 35k swing. That's actually a 30. The effect to this, I get to draw 2 cards to put 1 card back. So I'm definitely drawing on turn. The turn I'm in, I'm actually drawing a card. Unlike the SS4 Goku, that unless I burn an energy marker, I'm drawing a card. And you already know if you need the energy marker, you need it for ultimate sparking or something like that. So you don't want to be depending on that. And then at the same time, this is actually giving a boost to my leader. So just in case if my leader is not even awakened because my opponent wants to starve me to death, I'm still going to swing 20. It's not like it's going to be a swing that's just whiffing just to get a draw. Now is just the +5, and it's going to be at 20 for your turn. So it's not like you're gonna be losing down on anything. So each swing is gonna count when it comes to this deck. So I'm definitely kind of happy about these 2 pieces because you can actually combo with this. He has his own super combo, Bardock. Shout out to Bardock about that. And then this new 5 cost that you can actually play off the new legend. And even if not even a new legend, you can actually play off if you got a 3 cost or more on the board by just tapping 3 and you summoning this at a 3 cost, which is going to be amazing as well. Hyper aggression is actually there. Consistency is there because you're playing a lot of Bardock's crew. So I'm definitely kind of excited about that. So yeah. So that's the Bardock deck that I profiled that I have going into set 8. The aggro aggression, the consistent aggression that I have is amazing. I tested out so many times. I tested out with plenty of my team, the last elements. You see it on top. I tested it out with AO Jules. I tested it out with people outside from Truly Urbans, locals that I test out at. So shout out to them as well. So, it's definitely good. Shout out to people that actually sat here and, we deck test, see what key pieces I actually play. So shout out to Kratos for helping me out. It's over 9,000 as well. And even AO Jules putting pointers here and there. So I give respect to these guys to actually help me out because working as a team, it makes the game more efficient when it comes down to like deck building and actually playing the game. So I'm definitely grateful about that. So shout out to everybody that actually helped me out to build this deck and actually helping me push myself to testing it as much as I can. So set 8, here I come. If I make any changes to this deck, you guys will know about it. Just stay tuned when I go live, when the client goes live with the set 8. So I'm definitely kind of excited about that. But if you guys like the deck profile, sorry that's this long, but I had to do it. I literally had to break it down for you guys while I play each and every card. So like that, you guys can see why is the reason I play it. But if you guys are new to my channel, press that follow button. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment down below of any ideas of you guys think that I can actually test out into this deck, and maybe I'll test it out. Or if you want to see another deck profile, you could just hit me up and then we'll see what we could do. But thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Latest.